your home, and like opening your windows, vacuuming with like a sealed HEPA vacuum, and things like that. Essential oils can be helpful for mycotoxins. Like you can just put like 20 drops of an essential oil in the area that's like moldy or has water damage, and that can supposedly, according to Dr. Jill Krista, who's a naturopath, that can help reduce like the mycotoxins, and it basically sends a signal to the mold to stop producing the mycotoxins. And yeah, so these supplements have actually helped me immensely. Like when I moved in, my brain function like plummeted, and I was super tired. My eyes were like really itchy. I got super anxious and restless. And another thing that helped with my restlessness was methylated B vitamins, but everyone's methylation status is different. So the way that you feed your like methylation is gonna vary. So some people could use methyl donors like myself, or some people might need a methyl depleter like lysine, because different people are gonna be like over methylators or under methylators. For me, I think I was an under methylator, so I get like restless. And I think that involves dopamine as well. So I would guess like my COMT SNP is like needing methyl donors, essentially. It's pretty convoluted and confusing, but there's information out there if you want to learn more about methylation. Basically, if you have mental health issues, it's definitely worth looking into methylation. And if you respond poorly to like B12 or folate, then it's definitely worth looking into. Copper also affects methylation, so that's another thing to consider. Yeah, and vitamin C is really important. That's like an antioxidant, and one of the worst things that mold does is it creates like inflammation or oxidation. So I always take like as much vitamin C as I can remember to. It's really good to get your bowel tolerance of vitamin C. So however much you need in order to get like a gurgle in your stomach or like an air bubble, that is like a sign of bowel tolerance. If you take like quite a bit in the beginning of the day, that's like the best way to determine your bowel tolerance. Or you could just take like 2,000 milligrams at first, and then after a week or something, like if you want to be super careful and not have any negative effects like digestive irritation, then you could do like that 2,000 milligrams 3 times a day with food. And that's like a good dose, at least to start with. It's really best to get your bowel tolerance, because that's the amount that your body needs to be saturated with vitamin C, and that's why it creates the bowel tolerance, is because your body is finally releasing the extra, and that's the sign that your body has gotten enough. But vitamin C can help with like wrinkles. It's helped people, it seems like, get rid of wrinkles almost. Like in some of the vitamin C groups I'm in, it's really incredible what vitamin C has done for people. Like people that have suffered with like dementia-like symptoms have pretty much like gotten rid of the symptoms with nothing but vitamin C. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying what I've read. I'm not like making any claims. It's just for entertainment purposes, but that's, yeah, it's really interesting, the orthomolecular vitamin C group that I'm in. Yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but just getting all of the nutrients is really important. So getting a multivitamin or checking your intake on Chronometer. You can do chronometer.com to check all of your nutrients, and then make sure you're getting enough protein, which is, for me, is really important. Like that will contribute to restlessness if I don't get like plenty of protein. I get a minimum of 80 grams of protein per day for like muscle purposes, but just for optimal health as well. And like muscle contributes to optimal health, like beyond your body, like for your brain and like preventing Alzheimer's and detox, and just repairing tissue. So yeah, and like complete animal protein, or complete protein, that is. And animal protein is like an obvious complete protein, but you can get it through other sources, of course. Like nutritional yeast is one good source, and like tofu, of course, and there are lots of other combinations.